Greetings one and all, welcome to my kitchen here today where I am going to be making a nice pork vindaloo. Now some of you may be aware I've already made pork vindaloo on this channel before. Last time I made it, it's quite a while ago. I did it more traditionally, sort of on top of the stove, and I showed that method. Today I've got a recipe where I'm going to be just cooking this in the slow cooker, which I know a lot of people like using. Now in saying that, I am still going to be a little bit pedantic about marinating my meat. So I just want to marinate it at least for a couple of hours, but I'm going to do mine overnight as per usual. Yeah, I just think it, especially with this vinegar marinade, like an essential taste in vindaloo is that sort of vinegar taste. So yeah, let's make the marinade. So I've got here my bowl. I've got here half a cup of apple cider vinegar, but use white vinegar if you like. Now I'm just going to add a few dry spices to that. I've got 2 teaspoons of coriander powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. I've got a tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Just a teaspoon of garam masala. And I'm just going to put in a little tiny bit of turmeric, just about half a teaspoon. Now to that I'm now going to add 10 cloves, yeah that's right, 10 cloves of garlic that I've grated up. And I've got a big knob of ginger that I've grated up, and I'm also getting all those juices in there as well, so I'll just get that a little mix up. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to add my meat to that marinade. Now I'm going to be using pork collar butt, which requires a long slow cook, so yeah, pretty well perfect for the slow cooker. And I've got about it's a bit over 1 kg, and we'll just mix that marinade through it. I'll thoroughly mix that up. I'll cover it and get it in the fridge for overnight. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so here we are the next day. I'm just about to throw everything into my slow cooker, but last little thing I want to do is I've just got a few whole spices that I just want to quickly roast along with my onions. So yeah, won't take us a few seconds. So all I've got here is just a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and mustard seeds. On this side I've just got a couple of about 3 cardamom pods and about 4 cloves. I've just had some oil here heating up, get ready for the splatter. Yeah, not too much of a splatter. And of course I've got about a dozen curry leaves, and they will splatter. Now as I say, I'm just going to add some onions. That's just one onion, one brown onion, just roughly chopped. And I might just add a few more chilies, fresh chilies this time. I've got about 4 bird's eyes that I've just split in half. And we're just going to give this a little quick saute, just soften the onions, and then take it off the heat, and that'll be ready to throw into with our meat. Alrighty guys, as you saw I've just put my meat in there, my meat that's been marinating overnight. The next thing I'll get to that is those onions and whole spices and chilies that we just sauteed. And make sure you get all those spices in there. I've got 2 tomatoes I've just roughly chopped. I've got a tablespoon of tamarind puree. And I've got a tablespoon of brown sugar. In that goes. Now, I'll just give that a bit of a rough mix up. Now, last thing is I'm just going to top that up with a bit of chicken stock, and not too much, just about 2/3 of a cup, that's plenty. And we'll keep an eye on it. I've got a bit more chicken stock there. If we have to add a bit more, we will, but you don't want to be starting with too much. We'll see how we go. Alright, I'm going to get that onto a low heat for about 8 hours. Alrighty guys, so I've just served up some of my pork vindaloo there. Yeah, it went for nearly 8 hours. It was probably 7.5 hours. And just so you know, for that last probably 2 hours on that slow cook, I actually took the lid off and reduced some of the liquid a fair bit. So there's still lots of juice, lots of yummy sauce, but yeah, not as much as there was. Just to concentrate those flavours. So I'm just going to try a bit of the pork first. I've obviously served it with some rice here, so let's see if we can see it up close. I'll just take a bite of it. Yeah, it's soft as anything. It's just falling apart. Yum, yum, yum. Just dip it in a bit more of that gravy. Ah, yum, that's nice. So yeah, in that sauce you've got the tang from that vinegar, and it's not overwhelming. It's not like a really vinegary taste, but you can taste it's there on the back of your throat, along with the tamarind. Get that sour taste, but that sweet's coming through from the sugar, and all those beautiful spices have just sort of melted down into one lovely flavour. It's absolutely delicious. Wow. So there you go. You can cook a nice vindaloo in the slow cooker. I mean, I realise I didn't just throw a heap of things into the slow cooker and turn it on, and I know people like those sort of recipes, but you know, just taking those couple of extra steps really helps. So yeah, tip a bit onto my rice, like so. Lots of that sauce. And you little beauty. I'm going to sit down, eat the rest of this now for my dinner. It's getting quite late here, as you can imagine, an 8-hour cook. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks to those who subscribe to the channel, as always. And if you haven't subscribed yet, can I just ask that you hit that subscribe button? I'd really appreciate it. That'd be great if you could. But if you don't want to, no worries. And I will see you all next time.